The NEN power system can be quite simple to understand at first, but once you go deep and explore the endless possibilities, you realize how complicated it is. And I believe that is why, in my opinion and many others' opinion, it is the best power system in all of anime, all of manga, all of fiction, really, in my opinion, because it just makes sense. In this video, we will explore the wrong ways to use NEN. There are many examples of it in the show. And, some new information that Togashi has revealed in the past couple of years during the Togashi art exhibition. That added a lot to our knowledge of NEN, and if we are being completely honest, one of the most powerful characters in Hunter x Hunter, Chairman Netero, is indeed a bad NEN user. The first example we got on how to use NEN wrong was with the character Castro. A great example that came right after we got introduced to NEN and the 6 categories of NEN. What made Castro a bad NEN user? Because he deviated far away from his main NEN affinity. His natural affinity is enhancement. Castro is a natural enhancer. Enhancers are the most balanced out of all the categories. That's good. That's a good thing. But Castro was so focused on one single goal, which is to beat Hisoka, and he came up with a plan. An idea. A good idea, actually, but not an idea that works well with his natural NEN affinity. And let's keep that in mind. You can have cool ideas. Cool ideas is a good thing. Yes, have a good idea about your powers. But if it does not fit with your natural affinity, it is absolutely not a good idea. He conjured up a clone of himself and manipulated that clone. 2 things that are far away from his natural NEN affinity. Instead of focusing on an enhancement ability with a potential of reaching 100%, or focusing on an ability that uses the neighboring affinities, which is transmutation and emission, with a potential of 80%, no. He decided to go with the furthest affinity from him. He went with a Hatsu that, in comparison, a natural conjurer would be able to use the similar ability with higher proficiency in a shorter time limit. And that is like the main thing with using NEN the wrong way. Look, I'm really great at making steaks. Everyone knows how good I am with steaks. Give me a ribeye, give me a New York strip, whatever I will make you some great steaks. So I decided to invest all of my money and all of my family's savings into opening a sushi restaurant. What? Exactly, that is it. Completely wasted potential. When Gon was first still trying to figure out his Hatsu, he called up Wing, his sensei, and Wing simply stated that when developing a Hatsu, one should not rush it. Seriously, do not rush it. Do what feels natural and absolutely do not copy anyone else. And when it comes to an enhancer, he's a little hint, he's a little something for Gon to cheat. Enhancers do not really need a Hatsu because they are so naturally balanced. You don't need a special power. Just focused on being stronger, I guess, and you'll be good, because you will definitely be stronger than all of the other NEN users because you're naturally an enhancer. And thus, Gon came up with a very simple Hatsu, and a very balanced one that uses enhancement as its main focus, with the 2 neighboring affinities, emission and transmutation. Obviously, the emission and transmutation are weaker than his single rock punch, but they're close and they fit with his limitation that he set onto himself in order to play like a guessing game with his opponent, and they all fall within his natural affinity. You cannot say the same thing about Killua though. No. You know why? Because Killua does not play by the same rules. Yes, he is a transmuter, but he leans to the enhancement category. And that is one of the new things that we learned from all of the hidden secrets that Togashi revealed during the exhibition. Man just dropped this piece of paper that changed what we know about Nen completely. Not a lot, to be honest, but there was some very, very, very new information and unexpected information regarding Nen. And yeah, that changed some old beliefs that I had regarding Nen. Like, did you know that Meruem was an emitter all this time? We thought he was an enhancer, and his Hatsu was gaining more power the more he eats. He eats people and he gets their power and he gets their Nen and he gets their aura, but no, he's an emitter. Post-mortem Nen, however, you can make the argument that he is a specialist, but yeah, I still believe that. Regular Meruem is an emitter. Knuckle is a conjurer. I always thought he was an enhancer and APR was an emission ability, but turns out APR is a conjuration ability. This one needs a second look. Also in the exhibition, Togashi revealed that he is grading the powers in a scale of 4. Great, excellent, genius, and ultimate. Those are the ratings of proficiency. And with that in mind, let's just say that having an awesome rating of proficiency does not always mean that you are using Nen correctly. That is what I wanted to make clear, because that will make everything that I say right now even more clear. Meaning here, you can be extremely awesome and your Hatsu does not utilize your natural Nen affinity to the fullest. Case in point, Chairman Netero. Chairman Netero is an ultimate enhancer. Yet, if we are being completely honest here, Hatsu is really bad for him. Like, for his category, and the Hatsu that he chooses, his 100 type Guanyin Burazatfa, don't get me wrong, is a really awesome Hatsu, but it is very obviously a conjuration / manipulation ability. Yes, with some emission, but out of all of the affinities, it is very far away from his natural one. Netero is a natural enhancer. Yet, Netero did the same thing that Castro did. But because he's Netero and he is awesome, he was able to pull it off. But the fact still remains here, okay? If his Hatsu was focused on enhancement, he would have been a lot stronger. Yes, stronger than the state that he was in. And yes, Nen plays a part, a big part of this. Netero chose the Guanyin Burazatfa to be his powers. Man chooses whatever he chooses, it's fine. But fact still remains, if it was solely focused on enhancement, and he is not the only characters that falls within category. The category of being extremely powerful yet choosing the wrong Hatsu, like Bisky. Bisky is a transmuter, an ultimate transmuter, the highest level. Her main Hatsu is creating a person that gives massages. Bruh. Magical spa services. That's not a transmutation ability at all. If anything, that's an emission ability with some manipulation thrown in. The furthest affinity from her natural affinity. But why? Why did Bisky and Netero chose such a thing? I believe the power of praying has a lot to do with it. One thing that is in common between Bisky and Netero is their devotion and praying. They do that a lot in order to get what they want. Netero prayed and prayed and prayed, and he was able to throw 10,000 punches out of gratitude before sundown. Bisky prayed and prayed and prayed until she was able to get the body that she always wanted without losing any strength, reaching a full body transformation, and that had nothing to do with her powers, her ability, or her Nen affinity. That's just something that praying does for you. So I'm guessing that praying is like a natural Nen contract. Check the previous video we did on NEN in order to understand what NEN contracts are. It's a very big thing regarding to the power system, so check that out. But basically, a NEN contract can grant you more power in order that you give something in return. So I'm guessing that praying with a lot of devotion maybe is like a precursor to a NEN contract. Yes, you prayed a lot, yes, it's very obvious that you want this and you're willing to pray and pray and pray for it, and you're already gifted, so the rules of the natural NEN affinities will not apply to you as long as you want it that much. Now let's talk about Cheeto.
実験台になってよ。俺の新技の
If the title of this video can be personified into one character, that character is Cheeto. Cheeto is the worst. He is the worst NEN user in Hunter x Hunter, like no discussion here. There is a whole video that I will drop regarding the worst NEN users and the worst abilities in the world of Hunter x Hunter, and yes, rest assured, Cheeto will have like a good place in these videos. But you know, this is something else. This is not what we're talking about at the moment. We're talking about how to use NEN wrong in general. And this is just simply stupid. He did not only borrow a Hatsu that contradicts his natural gifts, get locked in a confined space without being able to run freely. But no, that doesn't even get started with the stupidity. When he manifested his own Hatsu, he manifested a bow, a crossbow, a weapon slower than him. Brother, if I trained for like a little bit, okay, and you threw or you fired an arrow towards me, I am able to catch it with just a little bit of training. And you, like one of the fastest characters in Hunter x Hunter, you choose that as your main weapon? So stupid.
あんたの仲間が教えてくれたぜ。戦闘中に敵から目を離す。
And yeah, this was the wrong ways to use NEN in the world of Hunter x Hunter. The world of NEN keeps on growing and growing, and there is a lot more to cover regarding NEN. There is a lot more nuances to cover, so yes, there will be more videos regarding this NEN masterclass that we're doing here in the Hunter Society. So make sure you subscribe in order to get the video as soon as it drops. Also, along with other Hunter x Hunter content to enjoy while the next chapter drops. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.